The Galactic Empire had ruled the stars for eons. Its fleets were vast, its armies unstoppable, and its influence stretched across hundreds of systems. No species had ever dared challenge its authority. Conquered worlds were assimilated, their resources harvested, and their populations either enslaved or obliterated. The Empire had seen rebellion, uprisings, and revolutions, but all had been swiftly crushed under the boot of its mighty war machines. Across the galaxy, there was only one truth. The Galactic Empire was eternal, and none could oppose it. That was, until they found humanity. At first, the Empire had dismissed Earth as an insignificant planet, a speck of life in the farthest reaches of the galaxy. The species that called it home was primitive, their technology outdated, and their reach limited to their solar system. Humans were nothing more than an afterthought, a curiosity. That is, until their ships began to appear at the borders of Empire space, breaking the long-standing silence of the unknown. The first human fleet arrived in Empire space in a burst of stealth. They were unexpected, fast, well-coordinated, and seemingly immune to the Empire's methods of detection. The Empire's vast sensors had failed to register their ships until they were already on the doorstep of the Empire's outer defenses. These ships were sleek, unlike anything the Empire had seen before, and they operated with a precision that was both unsettling and impressive. They were not like the slow-moving, predictable ships the Empire was used to encountering. These human vessels were agile, their tactics unorthodox, and their weapons, while not as advanced as the Empire's, had a raw power to them. The Empire had assumed they were pirates or a rogue fleet, nothing more than a minor inconvenience. But when the humans refused to retreat, when they boldly broadcasted a message across all channels, the Empire realized its mistake. It wasn't an invasion force, it was a warning. A human voice, cold and composed, echoed across the vast emptiness of space. "We are humans. We have no quarrel with you, but you have never fought a war with our kind. This is your first and only warning. Run." The Empire laughed at first. The notion that a primitive species would dare to issue such a warning to the most powerful military force in the galaxy was laughable. The Emperor himself scoffed, assuming it to be a form of desperation or a bluff. He was used to crushing his enemies with overwhelming force. The idea that the Empire could be threatened by humanity seemed absurd. But then the fleet engaged. The human ships moved with a ferocity and intelligence that defied the Empire's understanding of warfare. They did not rely on brute strength or sheer numbers like most species did. Instead, they employed hit-and-run tactics, using their ships' advanced stealth technology to stay one step ahead of the Empire's sensors. They disabled critical systems on the Empire's ships from a distance, striking with surgical precision and then vanishing before retaliation could be launched. The Empire's warships, designed for direct combat and overwhelming power, found themselves struggling to deal with an enemy that fought with guile and innovation. What made it worse was the humans' refusal to engage in traditional space battles. They didn't care about honor or glory. Humanity's objective was simple: disable, disarm, and destroy the Empire's capacity to fight back. They systematically took down the Empire's infrastructure, crippling its fleets with ingenious strategies. And when the Empire tried to retaliate, the human ships would disappear into the vastness of space, only to reappear in another part of the galaxy, attacking the Empire's supply lines, communication arrays, and even their homeworlds. The human fleet's ability to coordinate such precise, widespread attacks was unlike anything the Empire had ever encountered. The Empire's military commanders found themselves scrambling for answers. Their technological superiority, their overwhelming numbers, and their years of experience in war seemed irrelevant in the face of a species that was capable of shifting tactics at a moment's notice, outwitting the Empire at every turn. The Emperor, now realizing the severity of the threat, ordered a full-scale invasion of Earth. This would be the ultimate test, he believed. The Empire would show humanity what it meant to challenge the most powerful force in the galaxy. The invasion fleets gathered, their vast armadas prepared to descend upon the human homeworld. But the humans had other plans. Earth, far from being a vulnerable target, had transformed in the years since humanity had first ventured into space. They had anticipated this moment, and their technology was far beyond what the Empire had estimated. The invasion fleet encountered an Earth that was waiting for them. Its defenses were already in place. The Empire's ships, though numerous, were overwhelmed by a human defense system designed to counter their every move. The once primitive Earth was now a fortress, its military capable of repelling the greatest empire the galaxy had ever known. The final message came when the Empire's flagship, the Imperium, breached Earth's atmosphere, preparing for its bombardment. A single human ship, its hull scarred from previous engagements, transmitted one last warning. "This is your final chance," the message read. "We don't want war. We don't need to fight. You're welcome to leave now, and we will not pursue you. But if you stay, we will bring this galaxy to its knees. It's not too late. Run." The Empire had never faced a species like humanity before. There were no ancient treaties, no respect for established hierarchies. The humans didn't fight according to the rules of the galaxy, they fought according to their own. The Empire's fleet hesitated, their commanders unsure of how to proceed. They had never encountered an enemy that didn't seek domination or subjugation, but simply wanted to be left alone. Faced with an unprecedented dilemma, the Emperor made his decision. He ordered the withdrawal of all Empire forces, retreating to the farthest reaches of the galaxy. The invasion was cancelled. The fleet scattered. Humanity's warning had been heard. The Galactic Empire, for the first time in its existence, ran. In the aftermath, the galaxy stood in awe. The Empire, having never been forced to retreat from any conflict, had been bested by a species it had underestimated. Earth had not only survived, they had turned the tables. They had shown the galaxy that even the most powerful empires could be defeated by those who refused to fight on their terms, by those who were willing to use their minds, their cunning, and their unrelenting will to protect what was theirs. As the Empire withdrew, humanity's warning echoed across the stars. We are not to be underestimated. We are not to be conquered. Run! And the galaxy, for the first time, took notice.